Howdy YouTubers, just me. I thought I'd do a movie review of The Blob. Not the 1958 film, but the 1988 film. As you can see, The Blob. I watched this earlier on. Wow. Now, I saw the original one a few weeks back. I liked it, really liked it, but this one here is really well done. I was reading on this right, and there's a guy who directed Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Part 3. And the film, I think the budget of the film was 8 million or so, but I think it only made £9 million in the box office or something. But the film was fantastic, really good film. I was like, wow, these effects are fantastic. It's got disturbing moments in this film, especially with the kid in it. I was like, Jesus Christ! I was like, wow. Actually, it's a bit dark in this room because it's night time and got the light on. I can't. I'm trying to wiggle this light a bit. Is that better? Yeah, really good film. Stars Matt Damon. Directed by Chuck Russell, The Mask, and his co-writer Frank Deborah. It's an updated version of the 1958 film. Stars a cheerleader, tough cheerleader, Shawnee Smith, who's on the Saw film. She plays this cheerleader. She hasn't aged that much as all this. From now. And Kevin Dillon, sorry, not Matt Dillon. Kevin Dillon. And what happens? This guy's like in the woods, right? It's like the original one. The guy's in the woods, right? And this thing crashes down on the near him, and he goes to investigate. And it's like this like small little crater. And he pokes the stick at this little ball thing, like this little rock thing. There's all stuff coming out of it, and you see. And he gets the stick, and he puts it, and it's like the original one. He puts the stick on it. And he gets this like gooey stuff on the stick, this slimy stuff, and it goes onto his hand, right? And then later on, he's like, oh yeah, boo. And later on, you see the guy driving, kid driving with his girlfriend. No, what happens? That's right. No, Kevin Dillon's character is like he's in the woods, because before that he was actually he's trying to ride his bike over this like bridge, But of course his bike breaks down, something, right? So he kind of crashes his bike trying to jump this small little bridge thing. Oh, it's weird. Anyway, that broken down bridge. So. Then later on, he meets it. He's fixing his bike, so he's messing about with his bike, and he's like, "What the hell's going off?" And the guy comes out with the thing on his hand, the blob, and and then he gets run over by these two people. This guy's girlfriend, and this guy is driving his car. So he crashes. The car hits him, and they're like blaming. Oh, what the hell you been doing to him? Anyway, they drive him to the hospital, or the doctors. What's the doctors? That's more of the doctors, isn't it? Anyway, they drive him to this doctor's or whatever, and he's not well. But and Kevin Dillon's character, he's like a rebel. You see, he's like rides his bike and he's a bit of a badass. He leaves and goes, they never listen, saying that, they don't listen to you or anything. So anyway, I know they're sitting down, and the kid in it, who ran the guy over, sees something moving, something moving under the covers. The guy's covered over. Oh my god! It's like, and his eyes are all white. It's like, oh, and he pulls it. No, like sees the guy, right, and his face is like, and his eyes are like white, like kind of like whitish. And he looks really, you can see something. You can see the thing going through his neck, the blob. It's like it goes like through his body, right, and he's like, Jesus Christ. I can't explain the whole story, but I like to. I'm trying to review this film. I'm not doing too much of the story. Anyway, he goes to the doctor and says, "Oh, doctor, what the hell's, keep it up. You got to check this guy out. Something's not right. It's killing him or something." And the doctor kind of like uncovers the patient who with a blob on his hand, right? And there's part of the bottom, part of his body's all eaten and stuff like, been melted. And then what happens? That's where so the guy in the the kid in it goes to the phone, right? And he's phoning someone up, right? And then next week he's talking to someone on the phone, right? Next week he sees acid stuff dropping down, his acid. And then he's like, and he looks up, and his thing drops on top of him, and you think, what has he got him? And the girlfriend kind of runs in. And I won't say what happens, but yeah. Alright. And there's another part in the film with this guy's having this, making out with his girlfriend in his car, right? And he goes out, and he goes at the back of the car and like drinks and stuff like that, and the blob creeps into the car. And I always remember that scene when I was a kid. I remember watching that scene and thinking, holy, that's this. And that scene made me jump, I was like, because he's like undoing the blouse, right, and all that stuff. And so it happens. I won't say what happens, but you've got to see that film. You've got to see that scene for that. It's worth seeing. Really good effects. Really good effects. It's like the original one where they've got to freeze it and stuff like that. I won't explain too much of the story this time, because I'll keep explaining the story. The scene with the sewers was always memorable. The scene where the kid gets kind of like, one of the kids in the film doesn't, they're in the sewers, right, getting chased by the blob, right, and one of the kids kind of gets caught by the blob, right, and it's really nasty scene. I was like, God damn, that's scared. That scene was like disturbing as hell. Yeah, the effects in this film are fantastic. The last part of the film, right, they should have had they should have done a sequel. I'd love to see a sequel to that film, 20 years, 30 years later. Hope they do a sequel, because that film looks like open for a sequel. Fantastic movie. So there's been a lot of good remakes, but I think that's up there with some of the best remakes I've seen. Like The Thing. The Thing is like one of the best remakes of all time. But that's close enough, I think. I think that's close enough to that's a great remake. 1988, not bad. Sorry guys, it's a bit late and I'm a bit tired, but yeah, I love that film. Thumbs up for that, guys. I'll probably give that about I got a 9 out of 10, I think, that one. 9 out of 10. Yeah, it's got you remember I saw the girl in it, Soul, and those kind of films. Yeah, she's on that. I was like, when I was watching the film, I thought, is it Alan Saul? But then I thought, it can't be her. She has hardly aged. But it is her. I mean, she was younger, but not still. The effects are brilliant. The thing about these effects are right. The reason why they age so well because they're not CGI thing. But problem with CGI films, some CGI films look a bit out of date now because there's a lot of CGI films that look about out of date, but this film doesn't use CGI. It uses proper like animatronics and I was actually shocked how good it was. Oh, there's another scene in the film, the cinema scene, like in the original one, but it's better because these kids are like watching this film, like it's a horror film. It's a bit like Friday the 13th, right? And this guy at the box keeps talking and keeps yapping on. Oh, I know this is what's gonna happen, and it's so funny. It's like, oh my god, it's funny. It's scary too because you think, oh shit. But let's just say the guy gets his car like just deserts a little bit in the back, It's like, oh shit, Actually, he didn't deserve it, I don't think. He's just a bit annoying guy, and, annoying the kids in it because he's like talking through the film, and something happens to him through the blob, and I won't say, but like, anyway, guys, check it out. It's fantastic. Loved it. A great remake, and the effects are fantastic. I was like, God damn, the effects are good, especially the part where you see the meteorite flying over the guy. I was like, wow, that looks really good. So anyway, guys, that's a good film. Check it out, guys. It's called The Blob, and it's a remake, way better than the original one. I've seen the original one; it's a good film, but this one's even better. So yeah, it's done right. See, remakes can be done right. Some films don't deserve to be remade, but because some films, you don't remake a film that's too good. That's been a classic. For instance, Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, all those films, but Star Wars, you can't remake none of those films, but that deserved a remake, so yeah. I don't want to see a remake of this one, I want to see like a sequel to this one, so yeah. Anyway, I'm a little tired, guys. Anyway, guys, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Hope you like this video, this review of the Blob. Like I said, check this out, guys. It's a great film. It's worth watching. And anyway, guys, take care, guys. I better be going. I've got stuff to do. So enjoy the video, guys. And like I said, watch the film, the Blob remake. It's really good. Even check out the original one. I enjoyed that one. Anyway, guys, take care, guys. I better be going. So enjoy the video.